I'm so pleased to introduce Catherine Parnell, who is a licensed clinical social worker and also a certified autism specialist. As pediatricians, of course, we are familiar with working with kids on the spectrum. And sometimes, though, it gets a little bit complex, especially in certain age groups and certain levels of autism. And one of the things that I chatted with Catherine about when I met her was, how do we better support teens on the spectrum who are really struggling with social skills at their age? So she's going to talk to us today about supporting teens, specifically regarding social skills in teens with autism spectrum disorder. So Catherine, I turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Capella. Well, it is a really exciting topic. As you said, when we are looking at social skills, it can look very different across the developmental lifespan. And so really focusing in on an important phase of life, which is our teen years, is it can really add a lot of influence when we're looking at the development of our young teenagers, and especially those who are on the autistic spectrum. So we're going to talk today about the social skills in teens with ASD. I thought I'd just give a little bit of a background, because sometimes social skills gets a little bit misunderstood in terms of the context of what we are referring to. So when we think about social skills, we're thinking about the rules or the language of a community, right? And the social skills can be different culturally. We have to take that into consideration. Social skills can be different with different ages. We expect something from a 5-year-old that is very different from a 35-year-old. And so that's something to pay attention to. But something that I like to really focus on is the neurological system of social skills. And that utilizes that theory, which is called the polyvagal theory, of looking at those vagus nerves and understanding that on a very subconscious level, there is something going on within our system through our sensory, typically, input that is letting us know if another person is safe or not, right? If we are safe in our environment. And so having appropriate social skills in the right context can also be an expression of safety. So I think that that's important, because when, especially in teenage years, there can be a high level of rejection that happens even among neurotypical teens. But even more so among those with autism, because of that subconscious thing that's going on within each of us in our communities that says, hey, that behavior is a little bit odd, or that person's speaking a little bit odd. And it just sends a signal that says, I may not be safe. And it's not really something conscious that we think about, that we say, oh, I'm not safe, and we're not verbalizing that, but neurologically is where that is felt. Mm-hmm. So when we're looking at the importance of it, to expand on that, there are so many studies that address social engagement and social skills that tell us that when we make improvements in social engagement, we see direct correlation to an improvement in emotional health. People feel better about themselves, their self-worth increases. This actually can improve their longevity. They can improve their quality of life. It can diminish health problems that can be exacerbated by anxiety or depression. It also gives us a sense of purpose, because as human beings, we're very relational. We're not meant to be on an island by ourselves. And so that all plays into this sense of belonging and understanding that this is my community, this is my world that I belong in. And so all of those factors obviously are really important to each of us through our daily living, and really, I would say, even more important during teen years. Mm-hmm. I think if we all reflect upon our teen years, most of us would not say it was the best years of our lives, right?
No, not at all.
Lots of drama and lots of things going on. And so that acceptance and that sense of belonging was so important. And that really isn't any different with teens who are on the spectrum.